Hello guys, welcome to episode 2 of this 800 horsepower red block build. And today we're going to look at the cylinder head, the power generator in this engine. It's a 16 valve head, and that's a good way to go when you're going to make 800 horsepower in an easy way. The 16 valve head is actually a very good head from Volvo, and with some port job and valve seat angles, cranking out a lot of horsepower. 1000 horsepower of an Volvo engine is not uncommon these days with these heads. This cylinder head is CNC ported intake and hand grinded the rest of it. The valves are slightly oversized on intake. 36 millimeters on intake and stock 31.5 millimeters on exhaust. Exhaust is actually flowing very good on the head from the beginning. The valve guides I machined in house, I mounted and I reamed them out, and a 5-angle valve job on intake and a 3-angle valve job on exhaust with my Mira. Some in-shop made retainers for use of a bigger valve spring in this head. Comparison here between my ported intake runners and gasket. And I don't know if you can see this, but this gasket is commonly oversized for an original intake. And in this case we have a lot bigger intake ported in the head. So this is a serious job on this engine. Very big ports on stock materials. But we are going to go over to the flow bench and test it now and see if we have some good numbers on it. We are going to take this test from 2 millimeters lift up until 60 millimeters lift, and I will listen to the intake port and I will look at the flow. In this kind of head I really want to see 290 CFM, or probably I even want more than that, but we have to see. Let's do a flow test now and sit back and watch how good I am. Okay, the flow numbers is going to be written here. And I'm going to start at 2 millimeters and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. So here we go, starting at 2 millimeters. I probably also call out the lift I'm at, because maybe it's hard to see on the screen. So we're starting with 2 millimeters. Outperforming the most of the 8-valve head in 8 millimeters. And the last 16 millimeters. What I was saying was actually at 8 millimeters we was outperforming the most of 2-valve heads for this B230. So at 8 millimeters we had 250 CFM, and that's a very high number. 10 millimeters 275, and very uncommon to see a 2-valve Volvo 531 head or something like that on these levels. 12 millimeter 290, 14 298, 16 305. So this is actually over 300 CFM head. Very satisfied with that numbers. Now we are set up for an exhaust flow. We stop at 40 millimeters because I only got 15 millimeters in lift. This is so much different than a regular 8-valve Volvo head. A lot of fans kicking on here, but maybe you can hear me. Already at 6 millimeters of lift, we are outperforming the most of the ported Volvo heads. 183 CFM is kind of top levels that you see on a very good ported 531 head. And when you're coming to 8 millimeters of lift, you are leaving the rest behind because we have 228 CFM. Top for this flow is 265. We had numbers of 269, I think, on the 50 millimeters lift. Yes, this cylinder head is awesome. The 16 valve head is actually a very, very good head, and when you do some good work on them, they are even better. So if you're choosing to build one of these heads, don't hesitate, because this is going to give you so much love and power. So this is actually very fun to do, because you don't see these numbers on anything like it. And they're also performing very good. You can do whatever you want with these heads in these engines. You can as I said, the 1000 horsepower is not the limit. You can make, I think the most power we made on this kind of head is 1200 something, 1200 horsepower. Tobias Friberg, if you're watching this, comment below how much horsepower you had in your engine. And that was on a stock casting. Now he's running a billet cast on that one, and a billet head, not cast, a billet head, and performing over 1400 horsepower, I think, on a red block engine. So the performance of these cylinder heads are quite impressive. Next thing to do with this is to fill it up with valves and camshafts. And maybe we're going to take a little closer glance at this head, but I don't have the camshaft, so I have to wait a little bit to assemble the head. But the most important is the flow. The flow is telling a lot about how good the performance is, and what kind of job I was managing to do on this head. And that was a quick look of an 800 horsepower cylinder head for Volvo. And here you see some of the parts I'm going to assemble in the head. Dual springs, stainless valves, 70-75 aluminium retainers, just regular seals. And I'm planning to crank this video out between Christmas and New Year's Eve, but time will tell. And if this is before New Year's Eve, I wish you everyone a Happy New Year, and I hope you had a nice Christmas. Maybe I also had time to open my new web shop, because I think that's going to be good. So take a look at my website, overboostracing.se. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.